On this question, we're going to be finding the p-value for a claim about the mean. Now, what I've shown you before is to use the stat crunch, the proportion stats, or the t-stats. This one's a little trickier because it doesn't give you the information to plug the numbers in. It gives you n, but it doesn't give you x. What it does give you is the test statistic. So it's done some of the work for you, but then by doing that you have to do a different step to find the p-value. So we're still going to start with the same thing we've been doing. We're going to start with step 1, which is to write our claim. So this says the claim is that for a smartphone carrier's data speeds at airports, the mean is equal to 11. So the opposite of that is going to be not equal to. Step 3 is identify my null hypothesis and my alternative hypothesis. Remember, my null is always with the equals, and the alternative is the opposite. And then I want to put a star by my original, so in this case my null is the original. I also want to determine what tailed it is, because that's going to determine what you do with the p-value. So because this is not equal to, I know that I'm two-tailed. If it had been less than, I would be left-tailed. If I was greater than, I'd be right-tailed. But in this case, I'm two-tailed because of the not equals to sign. So my H1 is in the two tails. And then step 5 is find the test statistic, which they've already done for us. And then step 6 is find the p-value. Now, the last time I showed you how to find the test statistic and the p-value, you went to stat crunch, and then stat. We're doing a mean, and it's a t stats, one sample with summary. To do that, I need the sample mean, the sample standard deviation, and the sample size. They didn't give me all that, so I can't do it that way. So in this case, since they gave me the test statistic, I'm going to use that to find the area. Now, I am two-tailed, but this is the test statistic for this right side. And the reason I know that is because it's positive. If they'd have given me negative 1.254, I would have known they were referring to this test statistic. But since it's positive, I'm over here. So I'm going to use that. And just like in our last sections, I'm going to go to calculators, T. My degrees of freedom is n minus 1. So I'm going to have 15 minus 1 is 14. And then I'm on the right side, so I'm going to go greater than and put my test statistic right there, which was 1.254. And that's my p-value for that tail. Now, if I was right-tailed, that would be my p-value. But remember, I'm two-tailed because it was not equal, so I need to double this number. So I need to double 0.1062 times 2. So I'm going to be 0.2124. And I just want 1 or 3 decimal places, so 0.212. Well, I've obviously made a mistake, so let's go back over there and see what I did wrong. Oh, I put 114 instead of just 14. Everything else is the same. So what I need to be doubling is 0.115. So that's going to be 0.230. Let's try that. Whew. Make sure you check for just small little mistakes like that. They're very easy to make.